Hey, welcome into a special NFL Draft Edition Saturday morning with you, hitting hard with Jon Chuckery, as we're going to just take a quick look, spend a few minutes with you about what the Atlanta Falcons did on Friday night, where they made four, yes, count them, four picks. We're going to just give you a quick preview of what they did and my thoughts about it. It's hitting hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta.
This is Hitting Hard with Jon Chuckery, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta. And it starts now.
Hey, welcome into Hitting Hard with Jon Chuckery, quick special edition on a Saturday morning with you. Kind of an instant reaction to what the Falcons did last night. Don't forget, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Head over to Locked On Sports Atlanta in your YouTube browser. Hit the subscribe button. Leave us a review. Tell us what you think. And follow me on my Twitter page at JMCH316. So Falcons made four picks last night. The first pick, they actually traded up from 43 up to 38. They take defensive end Arnold Ebiketie out of Penn State. In the other pick in round two, they took Troy Anderson, the linebacker out of Montana State. In round three at pick 74, they took Desmond Ridder, the quarterback out of Cincinnati. And then their other round three pick that they got from the Colts at number 82, D'Angelo Malone, outside linebacker for Western Kentucky. So I will say that my favorite pick was Desmond Ridder. Thought the value that they got, and I knew that the Falcons had to get quarterback in this draft. And in my mock, I had Desmond Ridder going with their first pick in the second round. Thought the value that they got for him. I love Desmond Ridder. I think he's a winner. You know, I don't know what he's going to translate to in the NFL. I don't know if he's what his skill set and how it translates. I do know that the kid's a winner. He put a program on his back, and not just for 1 year, but for multiple years, elevated it and made that program great. So I don't think he's going to start this year. I don't think there's any concerns or worries about that. He's going to get a chance to tutelage under Marcus Mariota, tutelage under Arthur Smith, and who knows, maybe next year he's ready to start. And if not, if you're bad enough, go draft another quarterback. I like the Anderson pick. I know it wasn't very popular because of where he played at Montana State, but with the way that the Falcons run their defense, Troy Anderson is one of those guys who is big enough to take on blockers coming up to him. Now, look, he played a little bit of everywhere. He's on offense. He's on defense. I mean, he played quarter. He did a little bit of everything. But I like the fact that he's physical enough and big enough and tough enough to come up, and he can play a little bit of outside. He can play you some inside as well, but he's got enough size and strength to be able to come up and take on some of the blockers, which is one of the things about the linebacker position on this team. You know, Deion Jones especially just has trouble at times taking on with his size, taking on some of those next level blockers. The kid out of Western Kentucky, I thought was a very interesting pick because I can't say as I know a ton about D'Angelo Malone. Here's what I do know. He set the school record for sacks. Good enough for me. You know, that's where you tell me a kid set his school record for something I need. In this case, he set the school record for sacks. I know he's a local kid. I know he went to Cedar Grove down south of Atlanta. I know all that, but he just, he's a guy that was very productive in college. That's the kind of pick I don't mind rolling the dice on, seeing what he can do. I know the Eagles wanted him literally right after where the Falcons picked, but, you know, I like the idea of bringing another guy whose job is to sack the quarterback. And then finally, you know, Ebiketie, the kid out of Penn State, defensive end. I like the pick. I mean, he's kind of that second tier of rushers. You saw that the kid out of Houston, Ojabo, out of Michigan, guys like that kind of all went very quickly there. He's going to fit best as an outside guy in a 3-4 scheme. So he's going to make the most of that opportunity. But, would I've liked to have had Jermaine Johnson? Yeah, because I think that those guys are more polished pass rushers, but was a starter at Temple, came over to Penn State, had a big final year for Penn State, 9.5 sacks. So I think Dean Pease will find a way to get the most out of him, but he certainly profiles and fits, and there was no question that the Falcons had to go defensive end and get somebody out there. So not a bad draft. I thought it was a better night, not from the player standpoint, but from positions that were addressed for the Falcons. I thought that they at least got to address things that they needed out there. So we thank you for being a part of the show. Follow us on our YouTube channel. Follow me on my Twitter page at JMCH316. Let's see what the Falcons do in their final day of the draft. It's hitting hard with Jon Chuckery on Locked On Sports Atlanta.